welcome to the Pearl Report. I'm Diana Lin. The Muslim population in Hong Kong has grown to some 250,000, a threefold increase since the handover, and they are in dire need of more mosques. Many local people have embraced the faith. Producer Douglas George looks into the attractions as well as the demands of the religion.
Hong Kong was one among the 5 top countries. The Muslims are very happy.
Now in Hong Kong, everywhere have Muslim, but no have mosque.
And Islam happens to be now one of the most misunderstood, misrepresented religion in the entire world.
At the beginning, I kind of feel shy about it, didn't want to tell anyone. They will think it's because of the men. You have to wear hijab, but that's not the case.
I have been here 40 years. I feel it is very difficult for Chinese to understand what is Islam.
Boxing Day, an Islamic mission on a Christian holiday. An invitation to learn more about a faith not many Hong Kong people are familiar with. Or they are, but for all the wrong reasons.
We have come down the street one day about 6 months ago to distribute free books in the same fashion that we are doing today. And we have discovered that 99% of the people that we have interviewed knew absolutely nothing about Islam.
Serving Islam team is a new
They're both traders in their day jobs, but as devout Muslims, they felt it was their duty to tell people the truth about the facts of the religion, against what they feel is a lot of mass media coverage about terrorism and suicide bombers.
Just like you said, it is a shadow, the shadow of 9/11. I think it is biased for Muslims to constantly keep a terrorism on the forefront. I have personally never met a terrorist. I don't know anyone who's a terrorist. It's a question that keeps coming up. And frankly, at this juncture, I've reached a point where I don't really care to answer that. If you see a terrorist, let me know. But if you know, because I'll be running in the other direction.
Their street dawah, invitation in Arabic, is designed to lift the veil on the faith so people might see it has appealing attributes. Attributes that some Hong Kong people seem to have noticed.
I converted Islam in 2009 after many studies and readings, and I was really looking for the God and the meaning of life. The faith is very clear. It's about submission to God. It's about the message of one God. His last messenger, Muhammad, peace be upon him. The teaching is straightforward. It's about fasting. It's about to do charity, pilgrimage to Mecca, and to do the prayer.
World statistics say that Islam is the fastest growing religion now.
It doesn't really matter whether Muslims are growing fast or not. The most important is that when we have a Muslim walking down the street, we wanted to make sure that this Muslim is really a good person following the true teaching.
Farouk and Amani met in London when she was working there as an accountant and he was visiting. Her family wasn't so receptive about her choice of worship.
They also believe it's because of him.
What was your role in all
Yes, I shared, I gave her a copy of the Quran.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, I wasn't really a religious person throughout my life, but I was actually in a phase where I was exploring my own faith. So, I thought, okay, I'm reading this book and it's a good book, so why not share it?
Amani insists her attraction to Islam is not because of her relationship. She had started exploring Islam before they became a couple. The final decision came in Japan, where she took the oath. The adjustments began soon after coming back home.
They know it's my choice, and my mom has the biggest reaction is just because of the food. Yeah, but
Food's big in Hong Kong.
Pork, you can't live without that.
Amani still has a few more adjustments to make between her religious life and her professional career. Here among friends, it is her choice to wear the hijab, or headscarf, as much as she wants. But at work,
I am still working towards the hijab because of the work situation and the family.
Oh, you don't wear it at work?
Yeah, I am hoping to work towards that, but I'm not at that level yet because I still feel pressured in this. Like Hong Kong people are not so open-minded compared to the rest. Like I think if I was still in London, no problem. But in Hong Kong, really, people will relate hijab to maybe they think you're a domestic worker.
Over 100,000 Indonesians, mostly Muslims, work as domestic helpers here. Amani thinks worshipping Islam is a journey. She takes it step by step. On this particular path, another recent convert is on her way to her Arabic class. She's catching a bit of lunch along the way. Kanji Choi has been a Muslim for 3 months. It all started 2 years ago after she went to Morocco on a trip and was impressed by Islamic piety.
Come time for prayer and worship, shop owners and passers-by all rush to the mosque to pray. They didn't mind their shops, but just left everything behind. I thought they were very devout and started feeling curious. Praying 5 times a day must keep them very busy. I thought about it a lot. Then I started to find out more about this religion.
Excuse me, what's out of Nam Donna Road? Not set. Take away.
In 12 short weeks, Kanji feels she has incorporated much of the demands of Islam into her everyday life, with some minor glitches. You're still a beginner with the hijab, right?
Yeah, sure. I have to practice more.
But you only wear it on the weekend?
Yeah, and also after work, because most nightly after work I will go to the mosque for prayer.
The faith also demands she eat food that is prepared according to Islamic law. When those options are not available, Kanji eats vegetarian or even sushi.
There are no halal restaurants near my office, but we can eat fish.
As for praying 5 times a day, she skips her midday prayers while at the office, but makes that up after work.
Usually, my close friends or people who just learned about Islam would ask whether to have to pray 5 times a day. I tell them yes, pray 5 times. Then they'd ask if that made me very busy. It's a very common concern. Actually, each time only takes a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't take up much of our time. Commercials on TV take about 5 minutes.
She admits knowing nothing about Islam before her Morocco trip. When she did hear about it, it was usually negative, such as horror stories regarding women being stoned to death under Sharia. Kanji realized she wouldn't have that trouble here under Hong Kong's laws, so it wasn't an issue.
The most common topic is Islamic women. In the past, I thought it would be very patriarchal, or that women were suppressed by men, or the men would hit their wives, or the men could marry 4 wives, that sort of thing. But after I learned more, I understood that for Islamic women, the Quran actually clearly states women are protected.
The Islamic community does not keep statistics on the number of converts. Medina Molina, a convert herself, provides counseling about Islamic conversion. She reckons the ratio of those who eventually take the oath is 4 to 1 in favor of women.
Let us take it honestly. Women are more religious than men. Am I right? I mean, if you will see the ratio, women are more religious.
Full stop.
Yes, that's it, full stop. I will not say God-fearing because it's different. The idea of having a religion is more on women.
Hakim. I can recognize the letters, but I get mixed up when I have to spell out words. I have a direction for my life now. I know what I should or shouldn't do. I know if I do the right things in this life, after I die, I have a chance to go to heaven.
Coming up, the lucky Muslims?
If you have land, same like Cologne Mosque, Chimchachoi, around 10 mosques in Hong Kong enough.
Government should give us some land, and then we can construct a mosque and a community center so we can allow Chinese people to understand what is Islam.
We have not asked for new sites because it takes time, and of course we have to now sit and negotiate and see.
We have a lot of Muslims. They're staying in Tuen Mun and Tin Shui Wai and Yuen Long. So there's a great demand in that area.
Please stay with us.